Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich American Union State. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So we've invaded Korea. Russia should fall soon. Like very, very soon, which is nice. We can now get the Imperial Presidency, which... do we need both? You do need both, god damn it. Okay, but we'll at least recover from the American Civil War slightly here. I'm gonna start pushing our way towards, Transmere Republic, pushing our way down in Korea. I'm sure Japan is going to start sending troops down here soon. I don't know where they are, because they're not here yet. But it'll also give us some more areas to hopefully invade in the future. You can just dock for now. No reason for you to be out in port. Or I guess not, like, in a port. We shouldn't even be worried about you. Do you have any military access from... Japan does have military access through you. So it does kind of create like a weird scenario. So we actually want to capture all these border provinces here. Because we had the same situation, or something very close to it, once when we played our game as Canada, how many months ago that was now. Okay, so you're making progress. You're at 24%. Without either of these 5 victory point cities, like, how are you doing, by the way? You might as well drive like this. Ignore Osh for now. Like, it's important, but it's not that important. You go to here. You go to there. That's a very close city we can just go take. Any other cities that are just, like, right there? Not really. But as soon as I think Archangel and these other cities do fall, we should be looking in a pretty good spot. Okay, you guys keep marching down south. Kill these Japanese Marines. I don't really know what their plan here is. But no matter what, it seems like it might be kind of like a dumb one. Because the Marines really are not great. The Kaiser is dead. The real shame. Go take Busan. So the Japanese can't land more troops in Korea. We could maybe, I mean, 7,000 strength. 28,000 strength. You know what? That might be a bit much. So you know what? Just all of you get sent to Korea. Because even then, it's going to be a shorter distance for our ships to travel anyways, which will make things better. Just keep building military factories. Just wherever in the country they can fit, just throw them in there. Okay, so that's another 5 victory point city. In just a mere moment, there we go. So now Russia is at 21. They're so close to capitulating. Like, I think any of these 5 victory point cities would be enough. But unfortunately, none of you are walking to even go try to take them. Which is a real shame. You know, I get the anti-tank rifles as well. You go to Omsk. But I mean, it's happening. It's happening soon, for sure. Yeah, if you're here, by the way, your job is to push your way through this area. All of you just keep going. Please go through this province. Yeah, I mean, 6 to, what is it, 6 to 16 divisions? 7 to 14 is not a ton. But luckily, we have now immediately taken over Korea. All their ports are now ours. And we'll get this invasion plan ready to go. Which is fantastic. We got the better infantry equipment, so let's upgrade you to the M4 1942 rifle. Technology. Technology. Do we have any industry techs? 1943. 359 days is probably a little bit too much. 1942 artillery. 177 days. That seems alright by me. And I think at this point, it's just waiting for Russia to capitulate. It's like, it's going to happen. Just one of you, like, my little Finnish troop. If you could just march to Murmansk, Russia would give up. Right then and there. And that's all you would have to do. And it'd be pretty simple to do so. And then we can send 54 divisions over to Japan. Which would work out pretty well for us. Oh, wait. Russia's... Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I guess we're just going to give it all to Germany, I think. Well, not... Yeah. I'm sure Germany will know what to do with all this. That's Southwest Africa. Probably don't want to give it to them. Where even is Germany on the list? So Southwest Africa. There they are. Okay, there you go. White Ruthenia. You can have the Russian Republic. It's a lot of territory. It's a lot of territory. There you go, Germany. You can give that to whoever you need to. We're going to immediately send over Pink Army, and we're going to immediately send over Brown Army to this front where they are needed. Probably going to take a little bit of time for Russia to get released. But that's okay. It's victory over one of our main adversaries. I think they just released White Ruthenia. Probably now they're releasing Russia. I don't know if they're going to release it as like one big country or if they're going to try to balkanize it a little bit. We'll see in mere moments, for sure. We might have to fix the frontline mechanics again, but that's fine. Okay, so you got the Central Asian Federation. You have a very, very large White Ruthenia. So are you gonna... You might give territory to Finland. You might... I don't know if you can actually... Okay, you gave a lot of territory to Finland. And now I would imagine you're going to try to release Russia. I mean, White Ruthenia, I would say, is a very ugly-looking country at the moment, but you know what? That's okay. Like, can't the Baltic Duchy get some territory as well? Maybe, but it's like not in this specific instance. Also, I can't help but notice that Hungary like still exists in like this weird, like hot dog form. It's not a great look. Not a great look for you, Hungary. I also noticed, oh, you know, Portugal hasn't died yet. I forgot about that. For some reason, Portugal just like refuses to capitulate. I don't know if there's anything we can do about that. At least not quite yet. We'll have to wait for a little bit in the future. And hopefully Germany, like, will they actually... I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Because, like, I don't know. The AI never really seems to send that many troops over to deal with Japan. Basically, they've never sent their navy over, for one. But besides that... Like, they could even go to war with the Austrians. Like, that's entirely possible just because the Italian Republic might invade two Sicilies. Or even invade Sardinia there. I know, is Sardinia even still... Is Sardinia part of the Reichspact? Or Sardinia independent? No, the Republic of two Sicilies. Okay, so no, it's entirely possible that you just invade the south. Because Portugal... Like, do they still have core territory? I don't know. I have no clue. But okay, anyways, I do got to get you guys back to position. Make your way over here. Like, how long is that going to take for you to deploy? It's still going to take you 39 days to get to the Japanese front. I mean, there's a chance that we'll just kill this guy before then anyways. Which would be nice. By the way, I guess U6, prepare for this invasion. This truck can deal with the rest of this territory, so do something like that. Have a fallback line in Busan. And that should work out pretty well. Transmere is not going to survive very long. Yeah, Germany's not going to be sending troops over to Russia. Or to Japan, I should say. They might be preparing for... Oh, no, now Portugal's given up. I don't know what took them so long. And seeing as Germany was the one to take over... I keep losing Germany in this goddamn list. Seeing as Germany was the one who actually took over Portugal proper, they can just have the territory. We'll see what they do with it. Are they gonna actually release into like little puppet states in like Mozambique and Angola? It's like they might. Even though I don't think that makes like that much sense. I feel like Germany would just actually keep the territory for themselves. Except here, this might normally go to Dutch or Germany's Asia, but I'm sure that's fine for now. I appreciate your military support. We did take over Vladivostok. You can probably take over the rest of you guys' major cities as well. So we can go here. We can take over this long island. Is it, the Colin? You can take over the island anyways. Because Vladivostok, yeah, you're already like halfway to capitulate because we already took your one major city. Let's rebuild the west. I mean, manpower is starting to get a little bit better. That's just because we have more actual core territories. They did take Ethiopia. So I guess that's something. Send one of you guys down to here. All of you, like, we don't need that many troops on that front. So I'm going to send you down here. Yeah, I think Germany is just going to keep these colonies. But yet I cannot get rid of the English. Just going to guess I'm going to keep them forever. But we're doing fantastic work. So the Imperial Presidency, I'm guessing it's still not enough for the Reconstruction to be over. We need to get to perfect democracy. So I guess we just go for every man a king, even though I think 2 swing factories is basically garbage and not worth even investing in. We'll open this season back up. We'll still kind of keep coastal Japan locked off for now. Okay, our troops have actually almost arrived. So they actually arrived much faster than I would have thought. Send you guys all here. The leader old orders. You will now be Orange Army. Be a fortress buster as well. And I'm just going to send you guys over to this island here. You're going to support the invasion of Japan once it actually happens. Something like this. How many boats you got around here? Only like 6,000. Actually, are you ready to launch? You are ready to launch. Fantastic. By the way, was there no airports in Korea? There weren't. So for right now, we are going to go for airbase, build up a level 10 in Busan or Seoul. I don't know actually where it gets built. By the way, actually, I didn't even see if there's actually any troops over here. And there isn't, which actually works out fantastically for me. The question is, like, how many troops does Japan have in Japan? Well, the one issue with island nations in Hearts of Iron is that sometimes they can be a little bit iffy on they can be a little bit iffy on how many troops they have on their actual territory. We're going to take Kyoto. We're going to take Osaka, which is already like 2 very, very good prizes for us. So you've already got Japan down to 79%. Transmere has capitulated, which is going to pull more troops over here. Pink Army, please immediately deploy to here. Orange Army can deploy down to here. And you guys, you know what? You also make your way up here. Thank you very much. All the Japanese troops are going to be kind of stuck. And now that you're capitulated, I'm just going to have you guys all go here. Yeah, and you guys deploy in this direction. It's working pretty well for us. You guys, march away north. Immediately launch your invasion. One of you is going to stay back in Osaka just so we don't lose the city. Unless we can just, like, take the island off of you, which would work out just as well. Do something like this. You guys are being very aggressive, which I very much enjoy. Hopefully Germany can kind of just clean up these little pockets of Japanese troops. But I think there's a decent chance we just beat the Japanese, like, right now. Free dockyards. More convoys, I guess. We only have, like, 1,000, which actually is, like, not that many. Or it's less than I thought we would have had. So many modified government. Not about like a fighter manufacturer. I know we're still missing production, but that's fine. I mean, it doesn't really seem like we're going to be facing that much resistance, honestly. There actually is likely like no Japanese troops in Japan. And if that's the case, you know, I won't complain. Let's just put it that way. One of you guys has to move here and then move upwards. You move towards these other cities in the north. Yeah, you do something like that. You should be defeated just because you're gonna be surrounded. You can still definitely hold the city. Reinforcements are definitely on their way. No, do not go here. Please only go to Japan. You guys take all of this territory. You can go here, here, and here. You now deploy to the north, because we don't need you in Osaka anymore, because we've already secured the southern islands. I mean, we're still Australia as well. You know what? From here to Townsville, get this invasion ready to go. We'll send our ships down there as well, even though I'm pretty sure Australia probably doesn't really have a navy at all to speak of. Like, do you have a navy? Surprisingly, it looks like you actually have like 100 ships. You have like 150 ships, but there's no way you can actually fuel those. So I'm not too concerned. Yeah, just delete this line. It's only going to be done in 17 days, which I think is pretty decent. I mean, the Japanese are finally sending troops to actually, you know, try to hold this island, but it's not working out so well for them. Please go here, delete this line. There is a big Japanese navy. Do not engage, by the way. We lost a handful of ships, but we're like not even going to deal with the Japanese anymore, so let's just leave. We don't need to worry about Japan at this point. We've lost 19,000 men. Japan's lost a million somehow already. So overall, I'd say the invasion has been pretty much a success, and I think as soon as we take Tokyo, that actually just might be the end of the conflict. We got the electronic torpedo, which I think gives us a little bit of a damage boost. Got some more support equipment as well. Like, at this point, we don't really need any of these techs. How many more days? You got 32 days, so we get all the cores. I mean, I could put force attack on you, and I don't even know where you guys are even going. Like, why are you moving towards the north? I mean, I guess there's a lot of Japanese troops here that you want to deal with, but even then, I'm like, it seems a little bit confused in your messaging. But there we go. Japan is actually just immediately dead. So, I am going to take you. I'm going to take Japan. I'm going to take the Philippines, and I'm going to take, I mean, I guess Dutch East Indies did kill... I mean, they were the ones who invaded Burma. So, Netherlands, you can have Burma. Because your little puppet state did do the initial invasion, and I don't know who else put troops there, so... For now, that can be yours. Even though Netherlands actually is not part of the Reichspact, it's fine. Aside from that, all other troops are going to immediately be sent to Port Moresby for the very large invasion of Australia. Okay, so the fate of... Well, let's go for the fate of Transmir. We'll give it to Russia. I don't think like there's any reason to have like a small Transmir Republic. We'll liberate a loyal Filipino government. We'll liberate Korea, and then we'll liberate Japan. And that all seems pretty good. Yeah, liberate a loyal republic. And liberate a Japanese puppet. We don't need to do military occupation of Japan. That's fine. I don't even think it's really going to change government type that much. I'm pretty sure it's still going to be like the emperor in charge. Yeah, no, it's still Hirohito, and he's trying to integrate Japan or integrate Korea, but I don't know how well that's going to work out for him. Saudi Arabia and Egypt are now at war. Seems like that's going to be a pretty one-sided war, if you ask me. And by the way, do you guys ever arrive? How long do you actually get here? It's going to take you a while, so we might actually just do the invasion before you even arrive. You guys here. We're not naval superiority here? Really? They have 12,000 strength? Okay, now they have 0. That works out much better. There's also an Australian troop guarding Townsville. But I would say like the Reichspact is looking pretty good. And what I am going to do is Germany, as them being like, for all your hard work, we're just gonna annex Hawaii. There we go. We've reintegrated Hawaii into the territory. And it's just Australia that we're at war with. So we just need to do Roadmap of the Future, I think. No, we need the use administrations. We need Roadmap of the Future. I just don't know how Australia can actually afford to fuel its own navy. That's what I'm not understanding. Because you don't have an airport around here, right? Not that I can see. 16. I mean, around almost like the entire island there's like a ton of naval strength for no reason whatsoever. Just some units arriving. So we're going to put you on the naval invasion plan. You also navally support this. We're at 49%. Which is pretty close to what we need. Do we have anybody who's good at submarines? No, but someone who's good at, like, attacking in. We're at 49%. You navally invade whenever you have the opportunity to do so. Okay, we got naval invasion tech. Or naval, just navy tech in general. Is there another just, like, flat upgrade we can get? I don't really think so. Maybe you. It's going to take 571 days, but... yeah, 10,000 strength is not enough. Does, the strike force give more? No, strike force and naval invasion support are the same percentages. Then like convoy escort, I think is slightly worse. Okay, but the naval invasion did launch. So many people are flooding their way into this territory now. It's insane. I'm just thinking, like, you got a lot of strength in guarding this. We do have some reinforcements arriving to back up the invasion, but they're kind of getting killed immediately. How about wait for you guys hold position for now? How are the other ports looking? Guarded. I guess I should be surprised that like every single port in Australia is guarded by enemy troops. It's just very unfortunate that is the case. You would take a little bit longer to do this invasion. So let's take a handful of you out. Still would not be enough. Take more of you out. Basically, I want you to have enough. 2 days. You know, we can wait 2 days. Do one big naval invasion. We'll see if we can get there. We're invading with what? 18 divisions right now? I mean, it's definitely a hefty invasion. And we can probably do a thing where we just kind of invade multiple provinces like this. It's not going to change what the AI does right now. It'll be 91 strength with our support. Unfortunately, like we don't have naval superiority in the area. We'll see if we can bust our way through, though. We're not attacking with Marines or anything, because I think right now we're taking... Yeah, 76% penalties is not ideal. Okay, we've got the anti-tank rifle, going to give us a little bit more hard attack. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Let's just do National Youth Administration. I mean, you're almost dead. You're 95%. We're just going to immediately, I think, do a force attack in. And remember, you guys are still on this invasion. Okay, so it looks like the force attack is going to work. We have now made landfall. All of you are here. You're going to spearhead your way down towards the south. Flood all of our troops into Australia. You guys are going to go this way. You guys are going to go this way. You're going to invade. Also put you down here. And I guess you're also just going to go down to here. And I mean, that seems pretty good for us. Let's just go for armored car. That seems okay. By the way, how is like how's Britain doing? 20%, 20%. Hawaii's a little bit upset with us as well. We have lost 36,000 men trying to occupy England, but that's fine. Saudi Arabia's already lost their war. I mean, things could have been significantly worse. We're at 74 out of 12. We're just going to upgrade the naval base there as much as we possibly can. Because you're only, yeah, you're level 1 naval base, which is definitely not what we're wanting. Are you all on very aggressive? You're not. You're not, and you're not. You all need to be very aggressive in your attacks. Please and thank you. Because at this point, like, they can't... they cannot stop us. Like, we outnumber them. Like, basically, I think, like, 10 to 1. I mean, they have 15 divisions most. Apparently, we actually only have 89. Oh, yeah, because all those troops died in Morocco, right. Just walk to Sydney, honestly. Walk to Sydney, walk to here, walk to Melbourne. We need to get you guys down to 0%. I guess I always forget that New Zealand's a part of this. But we'll go for like another few minutes, and then we'll probably just end the series. So I think at this point, like, we've kind of done everything you can do. I mean, we've killed the International, we killed Japan, we've killed Russia. Other than like turning our backs and immediately attacking the Germans, we've kind of done whatever we could. And technically Austria exists, but I don't think Austria matters too much. And even then, like, Germany would just wipe the floor with them. I mean, if I was to attack them, how long would that take? 125 days? Yeah, I don't really think that's worth the time or effort. There's no victory points up here. I mean, Darwin's worth 5. But I'm just like surprised, like, why do we need to get you down to 0? Rally the country is surrender limit plus 15%. It's a bit much, don't you think? Is there another? Because surrender limit plus 10% on the new Anzac as well. Yeah, so they just kind of stack in like such a way that it makes killing Australia kind of annoying. I mean, more annoying than I would have thought, to be honest. So I do think, with the fall of the International, with the fall of Russia, with the fall of Japan, and with the inevitable fall with Australia, that I think this is kind of just like a good time to end this. It's a good time to end this series, I would say. So we're just going to transfer this over to us, just to at least, you know, kind of fill this out. Because, like, there's no real reason, I think, to just record the last 10, 15 minutes, or however long it would take to actually finally kill the Australians. It would take too long. And we all know how it's going to end anyway, so I really don't think that's really worth the time. We'll still do the fates here. Liberate Australia and New Zealand, and then we'll also, I guess, give... I don't know what we're going to do with Papua New Guinea, to be honest. We might just give it to Germany. Because I guess suddenly Germany's Asia did take over that area. So it makes sense that they would have it. We've done that and that. Papua New Guinea, we will give it to... You know, just give it to Australia then. Yeah, but I think with that, and a pretty strong Reichspact, that's going to be a good time for us to end this series. So thanks everybody for watching. My name is Anthony. If you enjoyed, remember thumbs up. Not enjoying, please thumb down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.